YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. This is going to be a unique one, man. I just came home from work and man, I got a couple of new toys. I got the Woojer Vest 3 vest and the chair mount. So I'm really excited to try these things. That's why I'm half naked on this video. I digress. So we're in my living room and I have made the A95L my sweet masterpiece in here. I've got my gaming PC and such. And so the interesting thing about it is that I do have my gaming chair in here. And so I've been doing kind of a hybrid setup, right? Because when I sit down with my A95L, I'm about 16 feet away. Now I'm enjoying the experience that I'm getting. I can see things great. And what's most important to me is making sure that I have a enjoyable experience for a sit down for my entire household. So I got great seating here, great seating here. That's all fine, right? So now that I have like my PC and everything set up in here, I threw my gaming chair in here. I'll show that to you guys. This video is gonna have some timestamps also. So we got the chair mount, which we'll unbox and we'll review this. There'll be a segment of this for the chair for this vest. But this vest, man, listen. This thing, I've seen some stuff about it now. I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger on this thing. And we're going to unbox this thing. We're going to get initial impressions. We're going to check this thing out. This essentially is supposed to be a experience that will take you beyond like what you've ever felt. Now, I do have a surround system in here. And it's funny. The other day I was playing RoboCop on PC. And I'm sitting in the middle. Normally I'm sitting in the back, but I'm sitting in the middle. Scared the shit out of me, literally, like not literally, but figuratively. And it's because I was sitting here, right? And I'm playing, and there was a scene where there was some content coming from behind me. I said, what the hell is going on? It's crazy because normally I'm sitting in the back, so I'm not hearing my surrounds behind me, but I was like engulfed into it. And so I'm like, man, I see this thing. I'm like, this is probably going to be a great experience. But we're going to have a slew of different means of content about this product within this video. Timestamps down below. We're going to get it going right after this intro. All right. Welcome back to the channel. Okay. So we're going to get an unboxing going of these things, but let me just give you a quick overview of the boxing. So we've got the front of this thing, looks absolutely cool. I don't know if this comes in different colors, but this is a nice, this guy retails for about 500 bucks too. I think on sale, you probably catch it for around 450. Take a look around at the back, come up close, and pretty much just gives you a legend of how everything is laid out. And then once again, this is the chair mount. So again, the chair mount designed to go into like your gaming chair, your office chair, to give you that experience, that immersion, if you're having more of your traditional sit down. So we'll go ahead and get this thing unboxed right now. All right. So it does have a sleeve. Not sure if I really have to cut anything open on this. Of course, like many other products that I've reviewed on my channel, I typically don't watch other people with the products. So I kind of have to figure out how in the blazes get this thing open. Okay, so open from the top and from the bottom. I'm pretty excited about this, man. There's not a lot that a lot of times I get to see something that's like I don't have. All right, so let's get up close on this. Let's just take a look. It says hello player on the left, and then on the right, it's kind of a little bit of content there. So nice presentation. Keep in mind, again, this is $500. Okay. All right, and the first look at this thing. This is so awesome. It's got a nice weight to it. We'll get to that in just 1 second. Let me just take a look at the contents, what's in here. So the box is labeled. You got adapters on the left, and there's a box for that. And then on the right, you've got fast charge, USB-C, and data cable. That's on the right. There's a manual for Vest 3. And that's literally everything that comes in the box. All right, so just want to take a look at the booklet. Get this thing open. So starts off giving you like front and rear view right here, telling you everything that's there, giving you a legend for the front and also for the rear. Very nice layout. Looks to be some kind of application that you can download. Now I'm not able to look at this, like I'm upside down. So I know there's some extra attachments that you can buy for this thing, which is as expensive as it is. It'd be cool if there was no extra attachments, but so just giving you a good look at that. We flip around to the other side. Talks about Bluetooth pairing and so forth. So you'd be able to pause this or whatnot if you happen to see this. Maybe you bought it used from somebody. I don't know. Okay. All right. So first accessory box, we've got a USB-C block there. You've got an adapter there that connects that. So that's kind of cool in case you were, they give you some different adaptation. I guess if you're in a different part of the world, country, not sure. And then here we have USB-C to USB-A adaptation. It's going to be in that box. And then this one right here is going to give us a USB-C to USB-C, which this should be able to go directly into the vest, into this. But they provide you with an adapter in case you had your own block that did not have a USB-C. And then there are some more adaptation kits for different parts of the world. So you got some nice options there. That's what we got. All right, cool. So I shot some content, dumped it, and it's got it set to be rendered. And so we're back shooting this thing. So read over the manual a little bit. Great information. There's an application you can download. Let's just talk about the charging brick that comes with it. As I said in earlier transition, it does come with some pieces. They're all very simple. Just click down and then there's a little red switch that's at the top of the charging USB-C brick that you would just pull back for you to just pull this up, right? All I need is what I need for where I live at though. But it's nice that they do include those. So that's pretty awesome there. Now, just at a first glance of touching this thing, feels pretty cool. It's a small vest that has just a little bit of weight to it from all of the different drivers. So let me see if I can get this right. We've got 2, 4, 6. So 6 total. You do have a plethora of different controls that are going to be positioned right here. One is going to be power. You do have a battery indicator. We can get a little bit close on this. So blinking red is like 0 to 4 or 5%. Solid red is upwards to 20%. Yellow is the next step up. Then green is the next step up. I'm not sure if every unit needs to be charged, but mine is totally dead. And it looks like the brick that comes with it is only 20 volts. Now, they say to use only their charger. I know enough about electronics to know that that means use something comparable. So a true cable that can give you the USB-C fast charge, if you will. So the battery bank is right here for the unit. So that's attached on the back. But the material is real nice on this. It feels really good. Like I like the way this just feels from the touch. I can't speak yet to the comfort of wearing it, but of course within this video, we will talk about that. So you do got one strap that's going to come in the middle. You'd have a thicker one that has a button in the middle that's at the bottom. All right, so that's pretty cool there. So that opens it up. Just give you a better look at what this thing looks like. So again, you got your drivers here, your drivers here, your drivers here. Now, the claim to fame to this is that you should be able to listen to music. It's just to add immersion. It's just a cool toy, honestly. Like, that's what it really comes down to. It's just something really cool for you to be able to just take your entertainment to another level. Yeah, there are a ton of there. It's also got like this little hole right here. I'd imagine for you to be able to like hang it up without you cutting the material, or it might be for the vest, huh? Okay. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and transition to this. Let's open this thing right up. Okay, upon opening this, it says hello player. So it's kind of their thing. We got to wait for this to charge anyway for us to be able to really utilize it. All right. So what this guy does is this is a chair mount, and it's designed to make it so that you essentially can have the functionality of what this gives you on your chair. So I just want to get this thing completely out first. All right, so that's everything there. This retails for about 40 bucks. So this is going to cost you about 40 bucks. So 540 bucks is what you're looking at for the complete package of these. If you get a little close, they have the instructions embedded. I like that. Something like that, you're not going to lose it. So you got step 1, step 2, right? Just kind of tells you what 1 is and then what 2 is. And then we'll go ahead and get this set up within this video. Same material on the back here is what you get throughout. I don't know what this is. It feels rubber-like, but kind of something that, you know, water wouldn't really damage. So we'll go ahead and phase to getting this installed on my chair. All right, so this is my gaming chair. We've got this white one here. You know, we've got the black one in front of the S95 C77 inch. So got some contrast there. At one point I had both of them next to each other back when I had the 90C and the G3 set up. I got a couple of cat scratches on here. I am a cat dad. But this is an AK Racer. Bought this chair a year and some change ago, and it's been pretty cool. I've enjoyed it. So I said earlier that my setup's kind of a hybrid, right? What that means is pretty much I leave my chair. See, I got my gaming PC over here. I've got keyboard and mouse. This is a Corsair lap board. I'm going to find myself some kind of portable desk. And then I got my SCUF controller, which we're going to do a review on at some point on the channel. But I pretty much got the chair. It just sits next to the computer and it's out of sight. Doesn't block speakers or anything. And when I want to game, now I can just roll it here. And I can just sit right here, and this is the setup. This is a pretty amazing setup too, because I've got nice carpet under my feet, and I've got the surround sound completely around me. Now, some of the opportunities that I can see within me using this peripheral with this setup is going to be possibly that this chair comes with a pillow rest for my head, and also this back support too. This is going to have to go, I'm pretty sure, which is fine because I don't really rely on it much. Most of the times when I'm sitting up, I'm not slouching back. I'm not like using this content. I'm just up with an arcade stick or whatnot. So we'll get these snatched off, and then we're going to proceed to get this installed onto the chair. We'll be right back. All right, so got this installed. I don't have the vest here yet, but you can just get a look. I am not sure if I had to actually remove my the back support. I actually might be able to get the back support on there again to go around this. I'm not sure. But to kind of continue from when I ended the transition earlier with the vest and I was talking about the hole, this is kind of where that goes because this is Velcro-like material, right? So the vest will just kind of be right here. I don't know. This is all a blur to me because I don't really know how it goes. But this is on there pretty nice and tight. Again, this is a $40 attachment. So this is going to put you in a position where, you know, you're able to sit down and the experience should be more purposeful, I guess, with the sounds and the vibrations and things of that sort without it actually being on you. Because you can sit down and you can wear the vest, I'm sure. But this is supposed to make it feel like it's more around you, surrounding you, which is what you would want with something like this. So we're gonna let this thing finish charging up, and then we'll get back to shooting the rest of the content. It'll all be just transitions, right, for you guys, but some time will lapse, and in the next transition I'll be sure to let you know how long I let this thing charge. Okay. All right, so I want to speak. I thought that this thing was totally dead. I just say, you know what, there's no way they could have shipped this thing totally dead. So I hit the power and hey, it's blinking green, so that's good. This thing does come with charge, so that's great. I want to make sure this is a full review of my experience. As I said earlier, there's an application you can download. So on this iPhone, I've got it going. So right now it's doing a firmware update, right? This transition is happening probably 15 minutes from the prior transition, because at this point, I've looked at all the content that I've shot so far, put it in position to be rendered so that as I'm shooting this, I can just dump it up and make this edit pretty easy for me. So for me starting this content from the beginning to right now, I'm all in probably about 30 minutes of everything, right? So charge time and everything is good for this. Just allowing it to update. Now I keep seeing the Bluetooth indication just going off, and it's probably because it's talking to this application that's on this iPhone. So I just wanted to make sure I led with that instead of just trying it on. Charge time is pretty fine for this thing, excuse me. It looks like they did a good job of shipping it out with some capable battery for you to be able to try it. My thought was, if I've got to charge this thing up for hours, I'm not going to be happy at all with that. But I'm happy to report that. And then this is updating pretty fast. It's at about 55%. So as soon as it's done, I'll play around with it off camera so that when we come back, I'll be able to speak intelligently to it. All right. All right, man. So this is the first time trying this thing on. Let's give you guys a 360. By the way, I was confident enough to wear a beater this whole video because I'm getting ready to start like a fitness type of thing. So this is a before, you guys be a see the after later. Yeah, but so the suggestions for this unit is that, you know, you get it applied to yourself tight. You want to be able to feel like all of these drivers should be touching you. So here we got here. Yeah, where the other ones? Right here. Yeah, we got right here too. So we'll just give you a good look at that. Feels comfortable. There's no crazy weight to it or anything like that. Obviously, it's a vest, and you having it tight, you got the ability to loosen it up. Now, within this video, we will get it connected to that too. But from here, I think what I want to do is I want to get it all paired up. The application I have an iPhone, so on the iOS store, the application has 1 rating and it's like 1 star. I'm not sure. I didn't go into reading what they thought, but getting this thing connected to the phone was super easy. And so, you know, wasn't too hard to get it set up first. They do prompt you as to how you can go about getting headphones connected to this also. So you can get Bluetooth into this also, to just kind of pair everything up. Now, I'm not really interested in listening to this for music from that perspective, but it does have a couple of different ways where you can get different devices connected to it. What I'm going to be doing, though, is trying to get this thing connected using the app to Bluetooth to my PC. So that's what we're going to check out next. All right, so we've done the test fit. Let's go ahead and outfit this thing into the chair. So we've got the AK Racer chair here. This unit will latch onto the chair in a way. Call this the chair mount. So earlier we talked about this little loop here. And you have the chair mount here. There's a piece of Velcro that kind of sits like this. You've got a pretty wide spread of where you can Velcro this up, so you can go all the way up to about right here. So without having seen this being used, I believe this is going to be the best use case of this, or how you would install it. So just going to kind of latch that right there like that. Now, you do have the ability to pull the vest down like this. This is latched nice and secure, depending on how tall or, you know, how vertically challenged you might be. Me, I'm like 5'11", so that's kind of where I am. So I'll just go ahead and position myself to sit down and put this thing on. From there, we can latch in. The point is still to have the contact point secured to your body. Right, so we're latched in right there, okay? So this is called the chair mount. A couple of different things. I can see the chair mount, which is a $40 attachment, being helpful on is kind of positioning the unit. You know, you don't have to have it just lying around. And then if you have like a comfortable chair, if you're gonna be console gaming, then, you know, this is kind of how you would wanna have this thing positioned, right? If you're standing up, it's really more so like for VR, or if you were maybe working out, listening to some music. Maybe if you took this on and you were walking, you would be Bluetoothing it. We'll go from here to connections and such, but this is how this thing looks. So it's pretty positioned. I don't see that sliding. You definitely have room to be able to move. So if you're kind of one of those reactionary gamers where you're gonna sit back, move, maybe you get excited or something like that, you know, it's not uncomfortable. I mean, you definitely can tell, you know, you have a vest on, but all the contact points, the back, the front, you know, everything is on you pretty well. So yeah, that's a good look at how that would be utilized. I think at this point, the next timestamp, we're gonna roll right into us. So you taking it off, it's just pretty simplistic, nothing too crazy. But we're gonna roll right into some connections at this point. I think that'll be a good talking point. All right, so a couple of peripherals that I needed to get this thing going the way that I want to use it, which again is going to be for my gaming PC. I want to be able to experience playing games like RoboCop, get AAA titles on a nice 4K display, you know, with this thing to experience the immersion. Because Bluetooth didn't work so well, I've got a male to female auxiliary, which will go into the motherboard of the PC, right? So the headphone jack, male in would go, and then I've got an auxiliary male to male cable, which again will go into the female of the cable I just shown, and then the other end will go into the vest, right? So I'm basically just trying to pass through that content. Now this works, or you just getting yourself a long cable. I didn't have a super long cable. This cable right here is about 6 feet. And so we'll walk this just around, get this thing connected. Right, so we're just going to the back of my motherboard, plugging that guy in like so. So now I have this 6 foot female cable that's just kind of there. From there, now I have this 10-foot cable that's here. Right, this is all in the act of experimenting. Again, not seeing any reviews of this product at all. So I'm just kind of giving this to you guys. Think like if this were 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when there wasn't really a YouTube and you were just buying something and just kind of winging it, right? So we're gonna go male to male. So again, we've got a female connection here, and then we've got a female connection on the vest. So gonna get those connected. All right, and this is what that looks like. Now the inconvenience of this is that I've got this long ass combination of 16 foot of cable, but that's routed right into the vest, as you can see there. This isn't like a jump up and down setup though. We're sitting in a chair, keep in mind, which is why this kind of works. And if this was a regular desktop space, I've recently put my main PC into the living room. And so until I get like the right desk that I want to have in here, this is kind of what I've got. But for the sake of this, this is what it looks like. And then as I said earlier, you do run your headphone there. Okay. So initially I wanted Bluetooth because I thought that I'd be able to use this thing wirelessly, which is probably commonly how you would want to use it. I just didn't have good success with the reception. The connection wasn't good. And then I could take advantage of listening to my audio system, like, because this thing allows you to Bluetooth headphones to be able to pass through and send that audio to them. It just doesn't work the way that I wanted it to. And I probably could route through the receiver, but that's just a little extra. I don't want to deal with all of that. But this is just kind of my setup. It's a full surround 5.2, nice 77-inch quantum dot OLED. This is the Sony A95L. There's a lot of content on there. If you just happen to see this and want to check that out, I digress. This is how this plug-up works. Now, once you power this thing up, it's on and it's working. You do have your own control for volume and for sensitivity within the actual device. All of your audio is pretty much passed through to the vest, right? So going from the PC, if you're doing like kind of just an audio test, you're not going to hear anything because the vibrations are coming to the vest, right? Now, this is where the pass-through comes in. So once you plug in your headphones or a speaker, if you will, I mean, you can get crazy. You can do a wire speaker or maybe even a Bluetooth speaker. I don't know. But for this, if you're doing a pair of headphones, like I'm going to use these older Corsairs that I had lying around. These work pretty good for me. I will be able to hear the jingle for Windows, if you will, for testing your audio. And this works exactly the same if you were doing for a PlayStation. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this in detail so I didn't have to do all consoles. The PlayStation would be the same thing. You would be routing the audio from the bottom of the controller, right? Let's just use this so we don't make this confusing. Your audio from the bottom of the controller, for the DS5 to be specific, would go into the vest, right? Just like the PC is. And then from the vest, you would still go to the headset, right? So I did not want to have to make multiple transitions doing all of that, but it's the same concept. And the same thing for Nintendo Switch also. A headphone jack into there, and then from there to your headset. So all the same there. All right. Pretty interesting. This headset, connection with Oculus is Bluetooth, headset, audio. You're sending it to Vest, and then Vest you're passing through. So similarly to like consider the headset like if it was your phone. Now I haven't thought this through enough to be able to get this set up so that you can see video also. But what I'm pretty much just trying to do is just get a little bit of experience so that I can speak intelligently to like what this thing is. This is Beat Saber that I've got running on this thing. Audio sounds clear. You're able to control everything from the vest. So as I turn down volume, I can see visually the volume control, because again, the vest is now controlling the media that's in here, right? All the visuals processing from a video perspective in the headset, and audio is just transmitted to this, and then it's just passed through to my headset. Now you can use Bluetooth headphones too. Your application on your phone or your tablet for the vest will allow you to connect to a pair of wireless headphones. I don't happen to have any that I would choose to use. So just jumping into this thing, let's see what we got here. Okay, okay. Oh, I can't keep up with this shit. All right, man. Here we are. Let's talk about some conclusions to this video. I've had a good time making this content for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There was a lot for me to go through with setting this up, trying to get the cameras right and everything. It's not the type of content I always make, but you know, I was really excited to buy this thing and buy into it. All right, so I'm gonna give you honest opinion right now, just initial impressions. It's overpriced. I say that just as a consumer, and I don't mind blowing a bag on things. It's not so purposeful with everything. It's amazing. Like just playing with Beat Saber, that was really nice. I think this thing functions the best when it comes down to music. And so if you're playing your lifestyle of gaming, I'm just coming from a perspective of gaming as a gamer. If your lifestyle of gaming encompasses you playing a ton of rhythm content, you know, Friday Night Funkin', man, I dare say Dance Dance Revolution would be phenomenal with this thing. Like something like that would be absolutely crazy, right? Like if DDR is still a thing, or any type of game where you're physically moving, I definitely say VR. VR's got to be clean. Like my setup right now is not really stable for me to do VR. Normally when I play, I'll try to play on like the patio because it's wide, it's pretty open, or in the garage if I don't have one of my cars in there. Those are great opportunities for me to be able to play. I was a little scrunched in here playing Beat Saber. It's been a while since I played it. Plus my dexterity, just as I get older, just isn't where it used to be for me to be able to match things up like that. I digress. It doesn't feel as purposeful playing a game like RoboCop, you know, where what's happening is the vibrators on the chest are essentially taking audio, and it's I don't know if there's any type of processing that goes behind this, but it's simulating what's happening on or through the mic, right? Through the game audio, right? And so like where I was playing RoboCop earlier in this video, the scene I was in had a lot of like air duct noise, right? So there was just this continuance of vibration going through me. It wasn't anything more impactful when I was shooting or anything like that. And that was with me turning sensitivity up or down. Whereas the playing Beat Saber, playing Beat Saber on the Oculus Quest 2, that was purposeful. And what I mean is, you know, I could feel the enhancements of beats with the song. The bass was just, it was kicking in, right? So I could see this being an amazing tool for a person doing working out, stuff like that. I mean, like this thing obviously has a use case. And then they have other variables. They have the one device that's kind of like just the one bigger vibrator that you can put either in your chest or kind of around you. So there's some opportunities for you to get that immersion. This one is priced in, excuse me, it's priced in a really weird space, $500, and then another $40 for the chair mount. I mean, I feel like at that point there's an opportunity for them to just go ahead and make a chair, make a gaming chair, you know, make a gaming chair for like $700-800. It's great, right? I mean, if you're trying to capture the gamer, the sit down gamer, then you do it through making a chair. Maybe that's something that they're drawing up in the blueprints. I don't know, but you can go ahead and definitely get the shell of like an AK Racer, and you know, implement some type of technology in the seat, maybe get a subwoofer or something like that. Like there's definitely some opportunities there. So whether or not I would recommend it for you, I think really just comes down to your personal lifestyle use case as a gamer. If you're VR in it a lot, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I can only imagine what it was be like playing Mario. But I think I've had enough for content that I want to make. I do want to stress that, like, I did buy this unit. Again, it wasn't sent to me or anything like this. So this is an investment I made for myself. And so, like with all things, I'll go through using it. I'll get it to my kids. I'll get it to, you know, my family to be able to use it and test it out and see how people like it. And maybe I'll grow to it. You can expect to see some updated content in like a month and a half, where I've utilized it a little bit more and in different ways that I've seen value in it. I'll talk about charge time, but this is the unboxing, the initial fit, initial impressions, and that's what I got for you. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as I always say,